How's it going, everyone? Dilo Barber here with another video, this time showing you guys how to do a mid fade with a slick back or pompadour. And this is how it starts, by cleaning up the clippers, disinfecting them with the cool care, spraying out all the dead skin and the hairs that are stuck in there. This is a very important thing about a haircut. Before starting cutting, I always turn them around to the mirror so they can see and explain to me how exactly they want the haircut. That's where you can tell that if they want what they asking for or not, and you help them a little bit. So we start with the 1.5 guard, cleaning up all that space where we're gonna put the fade in, and he doesn't want bulk on the sides, so that's why I'm kinda going up a little bit more than normal. And always freak out when I'm about to hit the top. This step shouldn't take you so long. It's just about cleaning the fade, the hairs that are not that long, so you can do all the fade in that space very clean and more clear out all the area. And always keep your area clean with the brushes. Now the first guideline, the bold line about half an inch above the ear, and we're gonna go ahead all the way down to the occipital bone, then clean it up. Do a little bit of tipping, don't push it too hard, it's gonna be hard to fade later. Keep your area clean so you can see all the hairs that you haven't seen, and make sure you cut every one of them. If not, you're gonna have trouble with the shaver. And sorry I lost a little bit of the footage because of the focus of the camera, but I'm gonna fix it right away. Now with the clippers and the half guard lever close, we're gonna go above that bold guideline, above like half an inch, and we're gonna do a scoop out motion so it doesn't create a hard line to fade away later. And this step gotta be quick. You don't wanna be here stuck too long because it's just the guidelines. It doesn't matter the detail too much, just make sure it's symmetrical. And then with the one guard lever open, we're gonna go above that line like 1.5 inches, and then we're gonna close right away in the middle to fade away that guideline with the lever close, just like that there. We're gonna scoop out all that line in the middle and try to fade away. And if it doesn't go away at all, like completely, don't worry, we're gonna fade a little bit more later, so don't be stuck there too stubborn too. And this is just to go cleaning up the fade, seeing how the shape is what the shape is taking, and trying to work a little bit more secure. That's what guidelines are for, to be seeing better the fade, how you're working. And it's very easy this step, just lever open, one guard above 1.5 inches, that half guideline, and then close it up to the middle to take out that line in the middle, just like that. Maybe I open and close a little bit just to go where I feel like I didn't cut it or something, but that's on you. Keep brushing the fade. Also, it's gonna help you a lot with seeing what you're doing. Sometimes you cut the hair and the hair itself covers the other hair, so you can't really see, so keep that in mind. Then we clean up the area so we can pass the shavers better, and we're gonna put a little bit of strength and pressure on that machine, because the more strong you put it on the skin, the better it cuts like butter, trust me. So you may want to be a little bit hard on that, doesn't matter, because if you go light, you can pull up the hair or you can get stuck or irritate the client. I don't go all the way to the top, I kinda fade in by the time I'm getting to the ending of the guideline. Then with the clipper no guard lever close, I'm gonna scoop out that bottom line in a circle scooping out motion, as you can see. And right away when I hit that bottom line, I'm gonna open the lever and I'm gonna go a little bit more up, only with the corners of the blade. As you can see, I'm letting it fly a little bit. I'm going with the scoop out motion a little bit higher so it can go fading away everything. And I go by parts, like over there I closed it again, and I'm gonna do only the bottom line with the corner of the blade. Then I'm gonna open it up again and go a little bit more up, and that's how I'm gonna be fading all the way all over the fade. It's gonna be about closing in a scoop out circle motion, and then open it up a little bit so I can take the rest of the line up there. As you can see, I'm letting it fly the blade so it can go with a better flow. It can cut more hair, and I keep it going like that all over the head. As you can see, I'm already on the back. Only in those parts, like, you gotta change a little bit the angles of the clipper, and that because all the head has imperfections and different areas that you gotta work different in each. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here on the other side. I'm gonna close the lever, hit that bottom line only with the corners of the blade, and when I finish that, I'm gonna open it up and keep cleaning all the fade all the way up, only using the corners of the blade. And as you can see, it's all starting to come together. Also, don't worry if there's still a line in the bottom between the shaver and the zero. Don't worry about that. Later we're gonna take it off. All those details that you can see also in the middle of the fade are not gonna be completely away, but we're gonna fade away a little bit later. Just like that in there with the trimmer, only with the corners of the blade. I'm gonna start hitting that bottom line and start cleaning up the fade from the shaver to the zero transition. And as you can see, it's working. I'm only using the corner of the blade so I can hit more precisely all those little shadows, those little dark spots in the line that the shaver between the zero left. And it's starting to look a lot more clean, as you can see. And also, you don't gotta hit the whole line, just where you can see the dark spots. You gotta be very observative with that. Be careful also, don't push it too hard because you're gonna create another line that you don't want there. So be very slight and let the trimmer fly a little bit. There I just did a little detail that I saw with the clipper. And I'm gonna start detailing more the fade with the half guard lever open, only using the corners of the blade. I'm gonna fade it away, all those dark spots all the way to the 1.5, and then I'm gonna close a little bit, and in the bottom I'm gonna take away the shadows that are left a little bit more below than the top, that is 1.5. And I'm gonna be opening and closing it because this is just detail work, where you can see the shadow, where you can see the dark spots. Hit it up there, and still don't worry about a little bit of detail that is left in there. Don't get desperate, don't try to be there for a long time, try to take it off. It's not gonna come off. I'm gonna show you a little bit of tricks later so you can take out those details that are very hard to take with guards, or that you can really guess which guard to use. You'll be there trying and putting the fade up higher and higher. Don't be doing that. Just do the steps as it is, and the details leave them for later. I'm gonna teach you how to take out those details. Then with the clipper overcome technique, no guard, I'm gonna start debulking all the hair that comes from the top in connection to the fade. And I'm not trying really to fade in that line between the fade and the top like completely. I'm just trying to debulk the excess of the hair that is in there and trying to shape up the haircut, because I want to look at this haircut from the front and I want to see it straight down the skin. I don't want to see a weird shape or those hairs hanging around. I want to make sure that haircut has a good shape from all angles, from the back, from the front, from the side. So I'm trying to just debulk all the hair, all the excess. And as you can see, in some angles, in some parts of the head, I change angles of the comb and the clipper. It's because the head has his shapes, so you gotta change between the back and the sides and change a little bit the dynamic of the technique. But again, I'm not trying to fade away all that line. I'm gonna do that later, don't worry about it. Here I take a look on the front angle, and then I'm gonna start to take out those sticking out hairs that are on the shape bothering. And I'm gonna do it with the freehand technique with my fingers behind the blade so I don't cut too deep. and as you can see they're better. I'm really taking out these hairs, and also you can hear in the clipper how it cuts. I know this technique seems like I'm doing nothing, but for real I'm cutting, and you can hear the crunching on the blade on, and you can see the difference after you do this technique. You're gonna have a more better shape, more straight, more down to the skin, and more fresh. There I go a little bit more with the clipper over comb. I clear up the area. Then I'm gonna line up the C cups. I'm gonna do a little tip in the front where the hair starts to grow, and then I'm gonna go to the side and fix up the curve of the C cup. As you can see there, you gotta do this technique looking the client by front, so you don't have the big mistake of leaving the C cups all uneven. You do a little bit of tip on the front when the hair starts to grow, then you go to the side and fix up the curve. That's all. And for detail, as you can see, this is a better technique to clean up the details between the shaver and the zero guards. And it's gonna be like this with the help of my fingers. I'm gonna start doing the point cutting technique just where I see the dark spots, and the same with the scissor over comb technique, but a little bit more up where the half and 1.5 guards are. I only use the tip of the scissors. As you can see, I'm very precise with it. I don't do this technique all over the hair or all over the head, because maybe I'll leave some spots more light than I want. I just hit the dark spots and the shadows, that's it. As you can see, a little bit more of point cutting in there, and you can really tell the difference now. I know these techniques looks like I'm doing nothing, but at the end of the day are the ones that make you distinguish between the other barbers that don't detail like this. That's why I'm telling you that in the guidelines, don't waste too much time, because you want to leave a little bit of time, at least 5 extra minutes, to do this details technique that are gonna level up your fades a lot. More point cutting in the dark spots and scissor over comb. That's all it takes to make a little bit of details. It's not too hard once you start trying, and it's very satisfying when you see the difference before and after this technique. Just like that. I help it with my fingers so I don't go too deep. That's what you see. Also, you gotta change angles of the comb and the scissors depending on the shape or the angle or the area of the head. Then I'm gonna start cutting the top. I'm gonna do a little bit of trim. I'm gonna start with the front in the bangs. Then I'm gonna start dragging out that guideline that I did with the cut all the way to the back. And I'm gonna go straight. And then when I go to the right part, I'm gonna grab all that same part that I cut it, and I'm gonna keep the guideline, but I'm gonna do it in an angle like more diagonal, as you can see. And the same thing, I'm gonna keep dragging that cut all the way to the back. Then I'm gonna grab the left part of the straight part of the head and the top, and I'm gonna do the same, a little bit of trim from the bangs to the back. And at the end, I'm gonna take the left part in a little bit more diagonal cut. Here I'm gonna keep doing the connection. I clear up the hairs on the face of the client so it don't bother, but I do a little bit more connection there with a diagonal cut, and I keep the same on the back and the head. And there I'm just making sure it's all hair even. I don't do a lot of divisions or stuff like that. I just keep it simple. I check out all the angles of the head, making sure there's no uneven hairs. As you can see, I already did the vertical, so I'm just doing the horizontal. And then with the thinning shears, I'm gonna take out all the heaviness of the hair, also fading it up a little bit more than it already is. This is just to smooth out all that dark line, all that connection where the long hair falls into the fade. And same with the scissor over comb technique, only the tips of the scissors. Then with the razor, I'm gonna clean up the C cups I go against the grain. I don't put shaving gel or water or nothing. The natural oils of the skin and the face sometimes helps me to pass the razor smooth. And then with the Kiss Express darkest brown, I'm gonna give a little bit of more contrast in there with some paint, and I'm gonna fade away a little bit with a dry towel, as you can see, and it pops a lot more the fade. And I'm gonna come the client with a little bit of gel all the way to the back. I don't put too much, and as you can see, it's all starting to come together. I give a little bit of combing, and as always when you comb the hair, there's some details that are there that weren't there when you didn't comb the hair, so I just try to fix them up. As you can see with the clipper, there's some hairs that were sticking out when I put the gel, so I try to finish it and clean it up a little bit more. And that is gonna be the final step of this cut. It's very simple. It took me 34 minutes to do this haircut. It's very easy. At the beginning of the video you saw the before, and this is the final results. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, the tutorial, the explanation, let me know what other haircuts you want to see. I was very happy with the results of this one. It's a very clean, slick back haircut. Subscribe to see more videos like this, like and share with other your barber friends, and I'm gonna be posting a lot more videos, almost 100 subscribers. Let's go.